We do it on 3 or do it 1, 2, 3. Then do it. On 3. 1, shall we? 2. Watch this.
Sports Radio 730 WVFN East Lansing is proud to bring you today's edition of Staudt On Sports, brought to you in part by Jiffy Lube. And now, Tim Staudt.
I always like to just spend the hour with the fans. This is the Fan, the radio station. We nickname ourselves the Fan. It's WVFN because I claim that everybody gets the guests on, and we do that from time to time. But I always enjoy listening to what the people in the community have to say, the fans and so forth, because you tend to learn more and you get more of what the attitude of the community is, and the state for that matter, because we get them from calling from all over the place. In fact, Bob Weiss of the MSU Board of Trustees was on the field. He says, hey, I listen to you up in Flint all the time. We get it clear as a bell in there. And, of course, we have a lot of callers from the Flint area on this show as well.
To the Lions. I believe that the Lions will win the Central Division of the National Football League this year.
Thank God you're here.
Yeah, we had a transmitter problem from where I usually am and where Kyle is now. We haven't had that before, have we?
No, not this one.
When I heard that we were having problems, Kyle went right straight to the cavalry and said, all of you who tend to be regulars on the show, call in and hold the fort till I can get into the studio. Unfortunately, I don't live very far away. I have a studio in my home, okay? And Kyle's in the studio at the offices here, so we just do it that way, and it's worked out pretty well. Every now and then we'll have a little snafu. We don't know what happened, huh?
No, not yet.
Of course, I have the show on while I'm driving in here. I just want to say, if the doctors diagnose me with a fatal illness, and I only have 15 minutes to live, I want those 15 minutes to be listening to Woody host a show, because 15 minutes listening to him would seem like a lifetime.
It's our anniversary, you
Lovely sentiments, and welcome if you're just joining us to our second anniversary Staudt On Sports show. We went on the air March 8th, 1993, a half hour and no Kyle, so we just couldn't keep that combo up. And 3 weeks later, we went to an hour, and Kyle came. You remember when you came on board? It was about, a month or so later?
Yeah, actually, it was a week and a half.
Boy, that's a lot of technical difficulties since then. But nonetheless, we persevered.
It's been a treat each and every
time. And so we've, but there's some days we've done it with chewing gum and baling wire, and even then the chewing gum didn't work. But
I want to thank you for the whole 2 years for knowing that it wasn't my fault when most of those things happened. And I want to thank also Justin for coming on and helping me out and having to deal with me on a daily basis the entire hour.
Yeah, I appreciate that. The only time I ever blamed you was in the staff meetings when they said whose fault was it, and I knew I wasn't going down. So.
Listen, just a quick congratulations, your ass. But if it wasn't for you, we'd throw the radio out.
Should I practice a sample sports cast from 1 year from today?
Sure.
Good evening, everybody. In the top of the sports news tonight, let's check those Midwest League baseball scores just in. This final just in from Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne 9, your Lansing Lugnuts nothing. Lugnut pitching tonight, not what it was expected to be. And manager Joe, whatever you're going to say, is if our Lugnuts don't start tightening up and playing better ball, this is going to be one long season, or words to that effect will take place a year from now. I thought the big announcement was coming tomorrow.
That's what I had heard.
And then yesterday in the office, I said, they got all this apparel over there, and they got all those sweatshirts printed up. I said, somebody's going to see this stuff and tip off someone. So right there today on the newspaper, they tipped off the logo and the name and everything else. Now, I also said yesterday on this show, I said, whenever you have this, team names or arena names or whatever, the initial reaction of the winner is disdain, okay? So we'll find out today what people think. However, I do know that there were 7 people who suggested the nickname Lugnuts.
That's a joke, I'd imagine.
And so if my calculations are correct, what the grand prize is, they'll all get $12.50 and a pair of socks. I think it's probably just as well the first name is Lansing and not some kind of a regional name like West Michigan or Michigan or whatever. I mean, the way these other markets in the state are trying to capitalize on, capitalize on the regional lure. of Class A baseball. So at any rate, that's one of the top stories that we have in today. It's not the only story, but it's one of the top stories that we have in today. The Lansing Lugnuts are born, and I just hope that they can tighten up Lugnut pitching next year if things start to go bad. And, of course, the players who will play on that team have no idea, as we speak, that they're going to be a Lansing Lugnut next year.
I think they ought to change the name from the Lugnuts to Jackasses and should have had a picture of a centaur-like animal with a mule behind and a body of their house. There's the thing. I think they could have really sold. That would have been a great thing. I'd like to hear Gillian sell that one.
Boy, that's a real nice festive holiday, community-oriented spirit. You know, they've never erected a monument to a critic yet, and here you are ripping away. Were you downtown with the Lugnuts yesterday?
No, I wasn't, but I think I'm going to get the concession of the slingshots and stand outside the place selling slingshots with Lugnuts and see how long it takes for somebody to draw blood when Hollister throws out the first ball.
Hey, let me tell you something. Over the years, I brought my kids home all kinds of stuff from the Big Ten.
Love this the best.
And I brought home last night for them 2 Lugnut hats, and honest to goodness, they have not taken them off, and they wore them to school today.
On the news the other night was a big fight in the minor league game. I see it's the Winston-Salem or the Durham.
The Durham Bulls. Yeah, that was domestic, prevent domestic violence night. They had a 32-minute brawl on the field.
How did somebody name me the Warthogs? I'd want to pound on somebody's head, too.
Yeah, I understand. Well, you know, the other thing, Bob, is there's an amateur team up in Mankato, Minnesota that did this, and the winning entry was the Mankato Kalins. And, you know, and then the Macon, Georgia team this spring, their winning name was the Whoopies. They're the Macon Whoopies.
And the bridge out in Wyoming or Montana or Colorado or someplace that was named the James Brown Bridge of Peace and Love or something, something like that.
So you're right. It's a headline writer's dream.
You got it. No more normal names, folks.
Absolutely.
Mighty Ducks.
Okay, Bob. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the call.
If this is the actual name of the team, instead of using bats when they're on the on-deck circle, we'll have to use tire irons to warm up with.
I understand. That makes sense. Absolutely. And you can have, you can have contests on a field to see who can unscrew lug nuts off a car fast enough, and the winner gets to steal it or something like that. You know, I mean, you have steals in the field and the faces, you could steal the car.
Right. If anybody doesn't like it, hey, this team's around Avalanche, Timber Rattlers, Warthogs, Rot Cats, Polecats.
Well, there'll be the Devil Rays in Tampa, in the major leagues. So
Lugnuts is going to be a great name for them.
Okay.
It'll be a winner because it'll be unique and they get all kinds of jokes. Look at all the fun you're having with it today.
We're having fun with it today. Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it, buddy. Here's Elmo Lugnut. Hey, Elmo, how you doing?
Great. You, Tim?
Good, thank you.
Good. I like it. I like the name, the Lugnuts.
All right.
Good.
So far, I think the Lugnuts are leading now.
I wonder how the owner feels. The franchise owner, how he's going to feel about the Lugnuts.
Well, I'm sure he approved it if he didn't think, I'm sure that, they picked it, so they got what they want.
Oh,
okay. You don't like it, huh, Aggie?
Oh, not one bit.
Okay. Thank you, Aggie.
No class.
I understand.
There's no class to it at all.
What are they going to say when the quote-unquote wheels come off?
When the wheels come off, they'll need new lug nuts.
Things start going down.
Yeah, I think and I've thought about this a little more now. I think the mascot should be one of these guys at the service centers. We get a guy from Shaheen Chevrolet, their best service technician, who changes the lug nuts over there, and he could be the mascot. Kyle has won an enormous station award, so why don't you tell us about it? We can applaud you all day long.
I have won. Dun, dun, dun. Team Player of the Month.
He is the Team Player of the Month.
Thank you very much.
The 3-station network. Somewhere your parents must be smiling very brightly today.
That's because there's only 4 people left in the station.
And you, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Even in the pro football divisions, there are only 4 teams in some of those divisions, and somebody had to win it. So you were the Team Player of the Month. I must say that I would have voted you many, many months ago.
Thank you.
In fact, I probably was the only one who voted for you many, many months ago. Nonetheless, we congratulate you today on your Team Player of the Month award. Having said that, Kyle then asked if he could take today off and didn't want to do the show. No, that's not true either. We're here on this...
Something out of the deal.
And he got some various prizes for that, and we're happy for him, too, because it's well-deserved. And I say that in all honesty as well. It's teasable, but it's also laudable at the same time.
Well, I thank you.
Come on, let's go. You guys are nutty.
This show we have here tonight is so damn good, it ought to be on TV.
So tired.
Staudt On Sports.
Time to make the donut.
Get it. WVFN East Lansing is proud to have only one microphone that works really well. Today's show is brought to you by AutoWorks, Sonus, Wee Willie's, One Putt Mini Golf, and Gillette Trailer Center. And now, filling in for Tim Staudt on this here show, Staudt On Sports, Miss Kerry Sayers.
I came up with an idea that we're gonna try and build a body out of sports names. For example, we're starting off with this. Kyle
You're making things complicated, aren't you?
Kyle can be my witness here. I'm starting with a blank piece of paper in front of me, and I'm going to contribute the first name, Steve Yzerman. So, Kyle, we now have Eyes. Get it? Yzerman? Eyes. Okay.
Oh.
Now, by the way,
long show.
we have to keep this somewhat clean, so please keep it clean for me, okay?
No Lugnuts jokes.
Let's not get started on that now, Kyle. I said we want to keep this clean. Hi, Rich. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. I do have a football name. I mean, that you can use for your that you're building a player.
Yes.
Yeah, it's clean.
Okay.
Dick Butt Kiss. It covers front and back.
All right, we've got the eyes and the butt. What a great way to start. Okay, Kyle, how do I draw this? Okay. Like this?
That's it.
Well, if you could only
first name.
Yeah, I guess. Well, you could. Well,
Dick
yeah.
Buttkiss and Steve Yzerman.
But anyway, on the Lugnuts thing, I mean, that's becoming a big joke around the whole state. I'm coming up from the Detroit area, and I heard about this. And it's, I mean, can you just imagine the headlines? Lugnuts are shelled by Fort Wayne, or the Whitecaps crush nuts. I mean, who actually decided on picking that name? I'm not saying the people that submitted it, but who was the one that decided we want this name?
I think actually they had a number of people contribute names and sent in names, to the newspaper? Okay, to the newspaper. And I believe I heard that the Lugnuts, I don't know how 7 people came up with the Lugnuts, but I believe...
I understand that people submitted names, but who was the one that chose those to say, this is the one we're going to go with? Was it the city council? Was it the owners of the team?
I think actually most of the decision was made by the owners of the team, I would think. And actually, there still is a chance that that it's not the Lugnuts. I believe the way that they found out, didn't some of the members of the Lansing State Journal peek in the window at the T-shirt printing place?
Yeah, apparently, we did some research, VIC and MMQ, and apparently 2 interns were the ones that wrote the article for yesterday. So we were trying to figure out how that happened, and then somebody called, some higher-up guy called MMQ, I don't know the name of the person, and verified the fact that, yes, indeed, it will be Lugnuts. However, the logo will not be the one that was in the paper.
Okay.
We don't know for sure, though.
So basically, I guess it was mostly the owners of the team that made the decision. Actually, Tim Staudt may be calling in from the live special right now just to give us a few more details on what actually is going on over there. Let's hope and pray.
Can you hear the crowd cheering, "Let's go nuts"?
Oh, no. That could really turn into something pretty dirty. It would be good entertainment if you think about it. I just realized, and maybe I was a little slow, that you gave us actually 2 parts of the anatomy. How slow am I?
Whether or not it's going to be Lugnuts or not, the AMC movies at midnight, the first 20 people that show up with a box of Planters nuts or any kind of nuts, and if you lug those nuts over there, then we'll give you a free ticket. So you got to lug nuts, and then you get free tickets.
You're kidding, aren't you?
No, that's how we're going to do it.
Oh, I was going to, look for the rim shot.
No.
The rim shot
This is actual serious promotion we're doing here.
Oh, boy.
Well, tomorrow we're doing the Undy 500 at noon.
Undy
We're going to have people running around in their underwear outside. So come on by the station.
By the way, you will not see me in front of the station.
Oh, come on.
I didn't even run the nude mile at Michigan.
Who am I talking with?
This is Kerry.
From what radio station?
Kerry Sayers from WVFN.
You know, this sounds kind of funny, but I think I got the wrong number. Hey, what, is this a talk show or something? Did you have a question, or what were you guys...
We analyze dreams.
You do?
Yeah, so tell us one of your dreams.
Yeah, well, how about,
Keep it clean, by the way.
Yeah, keep it clean.
You guys are probably, charging, like $90 an hour?
Actually, no, this is a free service we're only doing for 2 days. We start charging, and next week we're just testing out the waters.
We've got another caller on the line.
Yes, I think I have the wrong number, too. I was going to order a pizza.
Well, you know, we also do that on the side. We analyze dreams, and we order pizza.
Tell me how a big jock from the University of Michigan softball team gets flustered holding a fish.
Okay, let me explain myself. I must admit to you that I felt like very much, not that this is bad, but being the athletic person that I have always been, I felt very prissy during the fishing expedition with Dale Earnhardt last week. I have to tell you a funny story because I forgot how to fish. I have not fished since I was little. And the first time I took the pole, I had one of the gentlemen there named Todd bait the hook for me with this huge slimy worm. And I went to go cast the line, and I forgot that you're supposed to, let go of the button when you're, casting it into the water. So, I ended up getting my line stuck in a tree on the first time. I can't believe I'm admitting this on the air, but I thought it would give you all a good laugh. It was stuck in the tree, and I was trying to get it out, and one of the gentlemen that was there started kind of laughing, and he just came over and didn't even say anything and just started unhooking me. I said, I didn't think I was hoping no one would come see, so don't tell anybody. It would have been one of those things for, the funniest home videos because I, caught a stick. I was stuck in a tree. I was holding the pole upside down at one point. I felt very unathletic on that day.
This is Ray from Stockbridge. How you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
Well, I've got how about Raleigh fingers?
Very good. Oh, but I don't have a hand yet. How do I draw fingers on the end of an arm? Raleigh fingers.
We have no torso either.
We got to start. That's a great one. Raleigh fingers.
Okay, how about Maurice cheeks?
Very good. Okay, now I have eyes and... Well, actually, okay, yep.
Kill two birds with one stone there.
Very good. And what's the other name?
Sean Hare.
If any of you have a TV nearby, take a look at Channel 10. There is your new logo.
Reaction. Are they going blue or what?
The Lansing Lugnuts. What are the colors there? It looks like silver, black, and red.
We could have had bears, and we could have had lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my.
One more name.
One more name. Okay, wait, I didn't draw the hair yet. Okay, go ahead.
Barry Foot.
Tell us your last name.
Cone, C-O-N-E.
Oh. Okay.
Cone.
Gotcha.
No relation to David?
Or Pine?
Or Pine?
No.
Okay, thank you, Kyle.
Tim Legler.
Yes, I have legs.
There you go.
Big Trickle. Now that's the answer to anybody's questions.
Hi, Barry. How are you?
Pretty good. I got a name for you.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if it's going to set it to X-ray hip.
Very good.
Down at Maryland basketball.
I was going to say, Kyle and I are looking at each other going, I don't know. Let's see.
Maryland basketball.
Okay, hip. Okay, let me get some hips in here.
All right, face. Toe Blake.
Toe Blake. Very good. Oh, now I have toes for my foot.
Ralph Backstrom.
Very good. How do I draw back with this?
George Armstrong.
Okay, we had B.J. Armstrong. Very good. You have a long list, don't you?
Arnold Palmer.
Hey.
Very good.
Hey,
wait, I can draw a hand for that, yes?
Do that.
Looks like
you
a
might
paw.
attach that to your Raleigh fingers, I think.
Yes, I just did, actually.
Like a cabbage patch, baby.
Glenn Healy.
Glenn Healy. All right. How do
And
I
right next to Glenn Healy is George Archer.
Very good. Wow, you are fantastic,
And
Marty.
way up top is Johnny Temple.
I have a temple, which means I can complete my face.
And he's up by Paul Westhead.
Okay, now I have a head.
Face of direction.
Gosh, I wish we had some more prizes to give
And
away.
Bill Hands, you probably have hands already.
Okay, I have hands.
And when you're all done with these guys,
Yes,
and you got to put them away,
yes.
Adam Graves. Do you need any internal organs?
Sure, we don't have any, I don't think.
Okay, I've got Jim Hart.
Very good. Of course you need a heart, right? Well, then again, it's a guy. Oh.
I've got Jack Youngblood, so that he can have his blood.
Okay, we've got the heart.
Jack Youngblood.
Getting an attitude over here.
That was a joke. He didn't even hear me.
I've got some external stuff, too.
Oh.
Can't remember his first name, but the boxer, Lipsky.
Joe Lipsy.
There we go.
I said to him, why didn't I even think of that? I said, there's got to be a player with lips in his name. Joe Lipsy is his name, right out of Lansing.
Hey.
Very good.
Eric Metcalf.
Metcalf. All right, let's put some definition in these legs here. Very good.
And one more kind of a stretch. Somebody said it, but Rick Mears. Can you take the M off the Mears and make it your ears?
And if you happen to be watching Carrollton right now, Tim Staudt is proving it's hip to be square.
Kyle Pierson had the quote of the day. In case you're watching...
Does it need repeating?
In case you're watching News 10 right now, Tim Staudt proves it's hip to be square. That's great. Look at his outfit. It's a great outfit, but the hat, at least like curl the bill. Jeez, what is that?
At least it matches.
The Michigan octopuses? What is that?
That's a what is that?
Octopus.
A bug, a squid?
It's a squid.
Octopus?
It's calamari. The Lansing calamari.
Just want to put in a vote for the Stupid Name of the Year award. Okay. Somebody here at work told me that David Letterman even had it on his show last night.
He did not.
Did you watch Letterman last night?
I did not. Did he really?
Did Kyle watch it?
No, I got a friend that taped it, though. I got to get that quote.
Yeah,
that's great.
Somebody told me that Letterman had it on it, and I almost, I've waited to live in a town with a baseball team, minor league or major league, for 20 years, and I finally get one, and now I'm even wondering whether I'm going to even bother going to a game or not.
Don't let the name affect it, but it's not that it helps it any.
I guess I could wear a bag over my head.
I want to tell you that we're watching News 10 with the sound down, and it's showing runners-up. I've seen so far the hot peppers.
Oh, that's pretty good.
The hyenas.
Yeah.
And I saw one that said the leather. It better have been socks, because the only other thing I thought it said was jocks, as in J-O-X.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been a wrong one too.
Well, I thought if they're gonna pick a car part, something like a supercharger.
Mid-Michigan Magicians,
They
by
also
the way.
had Lansing Lake Trout.
We're looking at News 10, and these are runners-up. Lansing Locomotives. Any of these are better than the Lugnuts.
I know. I put in my vote for the Lansing Landows after that former Hall of Fame broadcaster, Kenny.
That is great. I have not heard or thought of that.
But,
J.D., you are great. Okay, tell me your names.
Okay, since you got Joe Lipsy as your top, I'll put Lewis Lips.
Very good.
For a bottom lip with a little Mark Spitz dribbling off the side. Okay, how about Walt Bellamy? We're kind of stretching for that one for the stomach area.
Oh, very good.
It's a really big belly, so we'll put the M in it.
Yeah, a little facial hair with some Dale Beard, Lansing stands out.
There we go,
Okay,
Dale
if you
Beard.
want to put shoes on your feet, you can go with Don Shula.
Very good.
A little Y.A. Tittle. Maybe.
Excuse me, we have a male version going here. I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Okay, well.
He's a really big guy.
Yeah, it's a really, really big guy. I was building an athletic body here.
Okay, well, Kerry, you're doing a fine job. Keep up the good work.
Hey, thanks a lot.
All right.
Hey, I want to tell you guys that I thought of one, and since we already mentioned his name, Gary Moeller. Get it? Moeller? So I'm actually going to draw a tooth inside those lips.
Now that Tim is noted as the dean of sports, could we have your moniker the first lady of sports?
That would be lovely, as long as you don't call me like the Lansing Sports Babe or something. I don't like that.
Lansing Sports Babe? Why would we want to call you that?
I don't know.
An inflatable doll. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you something.
I like that. Say that again.
Inflatable doll?
No. What is it?
First lady of sports?
The first lady of sports. I like that, Kyle.
We can work with that.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
How are you related to Gail?
How am I related to Gail?
Are you related?
I'm a niece.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. You gotta have, you gotta have that going for you.
Oh, I've got his speed. Okay.
How about Pee Wee Reese? Actually, I've got a name for the band that you're building.
All right. It could be a woman. Well, I guess not with...
No.
Forget it. We won't mention that one again.
Okay, I'm not sure how you can draw this, but how about Harry Colin?
How about Joe Theismann?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for calling in. What do you think about the Lugnuts?
I think it was not much intelligence.
Did you see Tim Staudt had his sports sidekick on last night, and he asked his opinion in the beginning? The kid said, it was a younger boy, and he said, I think it was pretty stupid. And just like, right, he said probably what everyone in the world was thinking right there on the air. Check out News 10 right now. He's standing in the back of the picture. He looks more like a warthog, doesn't he?
Is he a warthog?
He's a warthog.
Warthog. There he goes.
Wait a minute.
See?
What was the warthog's name on Lion King? Is it Timo? No, it's Pumbaa.
Hey, Kerry, it's an honor and a pleasure to talk to you. And if you take a good close look at that mascot, and he puts his hands on his hips, you know who he looks like?
Oh no, who?
Woody.
Come and listen to my story about a man named Staudt, a sportscaster with a lot of clout. And then one day he came to the fan and shook things up on that AM band. Well, the next thing you know, they gave Staudt a show. They offered him the morning, he replied no. He said 12 o'clock is where I want to be, so they gave 6 to 9 to Dan Gutowski. On WVFN, that is, AM 730.
Staudt on Sports.
Okay, now this is a portion. This is a portion of the official bulletin or announcement that was placed on the bulletin board yesterday down at our office at Channel 10. Please join me in welcoming Kyle Pierson to the Channel 10 experience, and that tells what he's going to do. He has already weathered the storm of working with Tim Staudt, so he can no doubt handle the rest of us. Then it goes on and describes a little bit of what he'll be doing, and it concludes by saying, we're glad to have Kyle. Please stop by and say hi when he gets here, and try not to hold the Tim Staudt thing against him. Now, do I deserve that?
Everywhere I go, somebody mentions you.
And so I said,
how is it working with Tim? Is he kind of a pain? And I'm like,
I guess so.
But actually, he's a very nice guy. I have nothing but kind words to say.
That was not
about
a practical joke. That was the official company announcement. Now, Kyle, you've been with me longer than, this show in its history has had 3 regular producers. We started with, Billy Milliken?
Yep, he was there a week and a half.
He was there for a week and a half. He said, man, what they said about you is true. They said, what they said about you is true. I'm out of here. No, he got a good job in Pittsburgh, I believe, right?
No, he's in Virginia Beach now.
Oh, now. So he's since over 3 years, he switched jobs again.
Yep.
At any rate, so then Kyle came on. And Kyle was with me till last fall when the big time called, and he's been doing a lot of different things. And I think Kyle is still my most memorable moment of the 3 years, and there have been some incredible ones. But we had weird as this sounds, we did have a technical glitch one day last summer.
Not on our show.
And it happened when Woody was on the air.
That's right.
So, Kyle, the sweat's pouring down. And it takes me to get from my home to the studio about 10 minutes, going 150 miles an hour. So Kyle's saved the day. He said, I'll tell you what we'll do. He's telling me on my other headset. He says, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll have Woody fill for 10 minutes, which should be no problem whatsoever. And then when you get in there, they'll think it's one of his normal phone calls. Mm-hmm. And when I walked into the studio, so now I'm driving, and I'm tuning in, and he's giving you all the normal baloney he gives you every day, and he's lengthening it. But he ran out of steam.
Yep,
when we needed him, he ran out of gas with about 2 or 3 minutes to go.
That's right.
He basically told us everything he knew in his world, and it came up 2 minutes short. In Hazlitt, Pat's on the line. Hi, Pat. How you doing today?
Well, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good. I wanted to get in early on the congratulations, but when you started this show 3 years ago, I knew congratulations weren't going to be in order because I knew that this was going to go. And this goes back to, from some of your younger callers in, or listeners too, you used to have a call-in show back, I think it was early 70s.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Boy, you do go back a long way. Before the advent of talk radio on the old WJIM AM, and we had a tape delay system, and it was massive. We figured, the language that goes on the air today compared to the 1970s, we did a one show every week at, I think it was 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening.
It was late, yeah.
It was 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and we had it on tape delay. And we didn't need it very well. This thing is, we're just told we can get it live, let alone tape delay.
There you go.
So, yeah, you're right, boy. That's you've got a great memory, Pat, and I appreciate the loyalty.
Yeah, it was good to hear you, and I'm glad to hear that the new owners are going to continue with it. So
they are going to continue with this, and they're going to increase their sports programming dramatically, and rather than kind of tease you with what, they're in the process of negotiations with several sports franchises to carry their game. So rather than mention that this is a possibility and then they don't get it, as they come along, we'll pass those on to you.
Okay. Well, I drive around a lot, and during the spring and summertime, I do home improvement, and it's amazing. And when I'm out of the truck between this hour, how many guys have got this show turned on.
Yeah, Tim. This is Liz from Okemos.
Oh, that isn't let's just leave that as a surprise. Hi, Lizzie. How you doing today?
Good. See, I told you I'd call in.
Liz told me last night, she said, I'm going to call you tomorrow. Now, can you treat me nicer on the air than you do privately?
Stop. You're the problem, Tim.
I understand.
But actually, I'm just amazed that they're going to give you actually more time to just babble on and on.
I know it. It just shows that, radio must, when you always hear, what do I always gripe about in the office? One thing I gripe about.
Tim, you eat up all the time anyway.
I gripe about the time. I say we never have enough time and never have enough time. That's the beauty of radio, right?
Right. You get to keep going and going, but this is a good show. You do a great job.
Thank you. You just want a prize from us.
I don't want a prize. You never give me anything.
No, I know that.
Okay.
I know that.
So I just wanted to let you know from the bottom of my heart that I think you do a great job on the radio, and I want to wish you a happy anniversary.
Thank you, Liz. That's very thoughtful of you.
Okay.
You know what? We'll bring you a little prize this afternoon anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're the only female I know closely that's probably going to be nice to me. At any rate, that was very thoughtful of you to call.
Well, I think you're great.
Thank you, dear.
And people who think that we don't get along, they're just nuts.
Oh, we do.
We do get
There's
along.
no question. And
There's nothing more fun than giving Tim Staudt a hard time.
People say to Liz, they say, what in the world do you see in him?
Right.
All right, well, I'll see you this afternoon.
Okay.
By the way, you've done a wonderful job solo anchoring this week.
Oh, thank you.
You've done a very,
Can
very...
you write that down and sign it for me?
Yeah, no, I will. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have to tell people, they know that anyway.
Okay. See you later.
My Channel 10 colleague, Liz Talbot, she told me she said, I'm going to call you tomorrow and see what this gig's all about. She says, I know you don't have much talent here. Are you any better on that thing? And Daily Double, you're on, buddy.
This is perfect, Tim. I've been trying to follow Liz for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Not that close.
Yeah, she's a sweetie.
Man, she is. Hey, congratulations on 3 years, and I want you to have a happy birthday. And I thought the reason the Fabulous Sports Babe hasn't been on is she's been promoting her movie, hasn't she?
What's
the Pig? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, have a good time, Tim.
Okay, double good, buddy. Bye. Kevin, you're up next. Hey, Kevin, go on. What's on?
Congratulations, Tim.
Thanks, bud.
You know how much I like the show.
Oh, man, Kevin's one of the big regulars over the years.
Well, I'm not calling just for the freebies or nothing.
That's
I just
okay.
want to congratulate you and wish you a happy birthday and have a good weekend.
Guys like you have helped make our show, and I appreciate all the time that you contribute to
Thanks,
us.
Tim.
Good, Kevin. Thanks, buddy. Our number's 363-2273.
On behalf of the entire FreeForce.com staff of one, I would like to personally, while still pre-recorded, congratulate Tim Staudt on 6 successful years of Staudt On Sports. Tim Staudt, a man of vision, dedication, and many words. Many, many words. Some even regarding sports at times. It has been a pleasure working with you, Tim, in both radio and television, and I look forward to 6 more fulfilling years. And your second book, entitled Kyle Pierson, The Man Who Made Me What I Am Today, co-authored by David Andrews, Steven Spielberg, and His Holiness the Pope. Happy anniversary, Tim.